What's up, guys? Matt here, coming at you with another quick video. Even though we know it's probably not going to be quick, still going to say that. A few of you been calling me out on that, but 30 minutes later, we'll be toward the end. Anyways, I want to start out today with a couple shout outs. First off, I got to give a shout out to my man Jackson. He's 6 years old, and him and his dad watched the channel, and he built this Lego crawler. I'm going to put it up on the screen here. Okay, so look at this thing. How cool is that? All right, look at the articulation, man. You got more articulation in that thing than some of my trucks do, Jackson. So that's pretty killer. So he kind of inspired my son and I to build a couple little Lego crawlers. So I'm gonna pop up one of those on the screen here. You can see my son Liam built this, and it kind of got him inspired to build a few little Lego crawlers himself. So that was really cool. If you guys want to check out his channel, him and my daughter have a little channel. It's called Liam and Sophie's World. I'll pop it up on the screen or put a link in the description. They just do little videos that all kids do. So if you have any kids and want to check it out, you can go check them out. But anyways, and then I also got to give a shout out to my man Alexander at RC Rewired. So if you haven't watched RC Rewired on YouTube, he's doing all kinds of stuff with the SX24 as well. Super awesome guy. Me and him chat quite a bit, kind of bounce ideas off each other and just enjoy the hobby together. He made this wreath for me for my C10. Well, for any of my trucks, honestly, but we decided to put it on the C10 since we're going with the green and doing some work on this truck today. So he's always coming up with something, building little things like this, putting winches on these things, doing all kinds of stuff. So I'll pop up his channel right here. Definitely put a link in the description, and don't forget to check him out, man. He's got a lot of cool stuff, and super creative guy, way more creative than I am. So my topic today really is how to help your stock truck out without spending a lot of money. So one of the things that I really suggest for a cheap price are some full send wheel weights. It comes down to whether you want to go ahead and change your wheels and tires. Right now, wheels and tires are a little hard to come by. So if you want to stick with your stocks for a while, spend less money, you can get a set of these for super cheap. And it makes a big difference. So I'm going to do a little running, show you some clips of this. Just basically stock the way it is. You guys know I have the Reese 99 servo on there. Power Hobby shocks, basically same as stock, just aluminum. And I do have some better Shapeways links on the front. Other than that, this truck's just stock electronics. Stock wheels and tires right now. And so yeah, we're going to run it like it is. And then I'm going to throw these weights in there and show you the difference it makes. It makes a world of difference. It makes the truck not so bouncy when you're trying to climb stuff and that sort of thing. So we will check that out in a second. And then I want to go over a couple other little things that you can do as well. So one thing you can do is glue your stock servo saver. Okay. So if you're running a stock servo, you know that it's not real good. A lot of it is to do with this servo saver. It's made to split there to kind of save the gears in there. So just glue that. Make sure you don't glue it to your servo. You may want to pull it off. Look, my transmitter's yelling at me. And just glue that thing together, and it's going to help a lot. So this is a stock servo. You guys know how the stock servo works or doesn't work sometimes. So on this rubber mat with the mudslingers, you can see that thing's pretty responsive. and has no problem turning them. That's because I glued that servo saver, and it made a world of difference. Steering links help some too, because you don't have that slop in there. And that's another point I want to get to. So you can see, if you don't want to spend the money for something like the hot racing, I would highly suggest just the hot racing. They're great, especially for the price. You can do something like we did with this one. You can cut some little bushings. Hopefully you can see that. And just put you some little spacers in there. See those little red washers? That's actually just pieces of plastic that have been cut and slapped on there, and it just takes some of that slop out of the steering. So that's another free upgrade. Just basically find something that fits it and cut it. So a couple free mods there. Definitely this servo saver, just glue it. And then those washers makes a huge difference for your steering. So if you can't afford a servo right away, you can always do that. So let's and then you can get into relocating the shocks. I really prefer running these front shocks down on the frame here. Just because I feel like it gives a little more belly clearance. I know, my 10th stuff, I usually run it more flat. You kind of want those links more flat. But these little trucks, they're so small that they really struggle with peaks. And just by moving those shocks down like that can really help that quite a bit. And then it can be offset with a little bit of weight down low. So let's check this thing out the way it is, no weights, and then we will throw these weights in and come back. So you see here, I just hit a few climbs here and there to kind of show how the truck reacts. And straight out of the box, they're just bouncy and kind of light on their feet, I guess you'd say. They want to roll easy and just kind of tip back and that sort of thing. So a little weight down low really helps that out. You'll see here, I can make these climbs with a stock truck, but it's much, much harder and it takes a lot more tries. You can see there, it's quick to tip over, and getting the weight down low really helps that out, as you'll see later. So this hill here is pretty much just hammer it and get the right bounce. Most of the trucks, you have to go up this pretty quick. I have a couple now that I can actually, for the most part, slow crawl it. But you can see this, the stock truck is just really tipsy and really bouncy. You see how it's jumping, hopping a lot. That has something to do with the shocks, but also just not having much weight down low. The whole entire truck just kind of hobbles. So getting these wheel weights in will make a difference on this climb for sure. And then this one here, well, I mean, you can see right there how quick it just laid over. The weights definitely help with that. And then as far as this climb goes, it just was not going to make this as a stock truck. One other thing I wanted to mention real quick in case you don't watch to the end of the video. If you are considering some weights or anything from Full Send, like I said, these are a great first mod in my opinion. Glue that servo saver, slap these weights down low in the wheels. It's going to make a huge difference. But if you're needing anything like axles, check this out. These are the new extended axles for the front. They now have the fronts. You guys know I'm running 4-wheel steer, so I need those fronts. I'm super excited about that. Gonna have a full rundown video on those axles and why you should definitely get those. But like I said, if you're considering anything from Full Send, fullsendrc.com, promo code. Yes, we have a promo code. Put in 2FMRC and you get a 15% discount. How huge is that? 15%. That's big. So definitely use that promo code if you're going to go getting anything from Full Send. That makes these weights like almost he's paying you to take them, right? No. But super cheap. First mod, definitely these. So don't forget to go check that out and use the promo code, discount code, whatever you want to call it, 2FMRC. You'll go into the checkout process, basically enter all your info, and when it's giving you the subtotal and shipping and all that, there should be a discount code tab, and just put 2FMRC in there for 15% off. I really appreciate Full Send for doing that. That's unbelievable. Made right here in the US. So let's get these weights in and check this thing out now. So I'll just show you real quick how easy these are. They just go into the wheel just like that. Perfect fit. They stay in and you're all set. These add 9 grams per weight. So each one of these is 9 grams. And then just throw your wheel back on and you're ready to roll. So another quick little tip, you may or may not know, just depends. Some people know, some people are new and they don't. You really kind of want 60% weight up front, 40 in the rear. If you don't have a scale like this, it can be hard to determine, but you can kind of feel it. You can use the 2 fingers and see it kind of tips to the front, that sort of thing. With the stock truck and the weights in all 4, we are 59% front, 41 rear. So that's basically perfect. So just another quick little tip there. If you didn't know that, a lot of guys build their trucks to go uphill, super, super heavy in the front, and then they struggle to come down. So I always try to keep mine fairly evenly balanced.
So running just the weights is not going to make the truck unstoppable. But you'll see here, it's a lot less bouncy and less tipsy. And that makes a huge difference. Some of these climbs I have to try a few times still to get lined up. But it's much, much better than before. So this climb here, I really didn't expect it to launch right up this hill like it did. And like I said, a lot of things like this climb you probably still kind of struggle with because this is a pretty tough climb, but man, the weights made a huge difference. And I don't know if I just happened to hit it right and it went right up it, or if it was 100% to do with the weights. But it definitely helped with that out a lot. And then you can see here the balance of the truck going downhill is really good. That's just as important as going up. So, and then with this climb, I'm actually able to make this now. I did hit it a little different than I was hitting it earlier. I maybe could have possibly got it up it with the stock truck if I tried it long enough, but it's so much more planted with the weights. It just makes a huge difference. So this little climb still requires a decent amount of work. You got to hit it just right. Kind of got to get that right front tire just inside of the bridge here. You can see I hit right on the edge of it, and it just kind of threw me off. That's where before, without the weights, it would have just rolled the truck off. But with it being a little more planted, it makes this a little easier, but it's still tough to do on stock tires. You'll see I'm trying to work that right front and get it just inside that wall, and it'll pull around. You'll see it in a minute, it'll finally catch, but normally I would roll off of this several times without the weights, but having the weights in there keeps it more planted. And then right there it finally grabs and goes. And then here's a little more downhill, just showing that the truck is pretty well even and does really well up or downhill.
Okay, so there you have it. I think it's pretty easy to tell that these weights make a huge difference. I'm not going to lie. Y'all know how I am. I try to keep it real. It's not going to make your truck like the most capable thing in the world. But it is easily, for the money, the best first upgrade, best money you can spend right off the bat. Getting that weight down low makes the truck so less bouncy and tipsy and all that. I'm pretty sure you could tell how much better it handled. And then with the weights in all four here, this truck is perfectly balanced right now. So it made a huge difference. So if you're going to go to Full Send RC for these weights, don't forget to use that discount code 2FMRC. Save yourself some money right here at the holidays. Everybody needs that money. And then don't forget my man Alexander at RC Rewired. Like I said, he's always got cool stuff going on. Super cool guy just to bounce ideas off of, talk to, whatever. So definitely give him a look and a subscribe. I appreciate everybody watching. I got to give a shout out to Jackson again because he said he always watches to the end of the video. So I know you're still watching. I appreciate you watching. I hope you guys have an awesome Christmas. I love the fact that kids watch, kids get involved with this hobby. That's why I got into the hobby, honestly. When we adopted my son, me and him started playing with some little trucks, and it just escalated from there. So that's the whole reason I'm in this, is the kids. And so always got to give a shout out to the kids. So I appreciate everybody. I know there's others that watch. Hit me up in the comments, guys. Let me know. I appreciate everybody. Hope y'all have an awesome Christmas. Peace.